You're watching the Daily Market Comment by Rafi Boyadjian. I'm Maria Pachardis. Thanks for joining us at XM.com. The number of confirmed coronavirus cases outside of China continued to multiply over the weekend, sending shivers across financial markets as investors were forced to reassess their view that the impact of the outbreak will likely be short-lived. While the number of new infections in mainland China appears to be slowing, an acceleration in the number of newly detected cases in other countries is raising alarm bells. There's been a large spike in infections in Italy, Iran, and South Korea over the past week. The worrying trend has deepened the risk-off mood, with investors fleeing to safe assets such as gold and U.S. Treasuries. The precious metal jumped by more than 2% on the week's first trading day to hit a new 7-year peak, extending its year-to-date gains to almost 11%. 10-year Treasury yield slipped to a 3.5-year low, widening the gap with a 3-month yield and heightening recession fears amid no sign yet that the virus spread is being contained. Equity markets finally appear to be catching up with the broader risk aversion, with stocks globally suffering heavy losses. In Asia, South Korea's Kospi 200 was the worst hit, tumbling by almost 4%. In Europe, the main indices opened around 3% lower, while U.S. stock futures were down between 2 to 3%, indicating traders are only just starting to come to terms with the reality that it will probably take far longer to bring the virus outbreak under control, meaning a far greater economic fallout than initially anticipated. Worse than expected PMI numbers out of the United States on Friday may have provided the first evidence that the global economy is taking a hit from the growing epidemic, which is at risk of soon turning into a global pandemic. U.S. services activity unexpectedly contracted in February, sending the odds of Fed rate cuts surging. However, although the greenback initially tumbled on the data, especially versus the euro and the pound, the dollar was back on the front foot on Monday, falling only against the yen. This was today's Daily Market Comment. Thanks for joining us at XM.com.